Welcome back to 21 Minute Reads with me, Maya D. This is kind of like my virtual book club because in these 5 minute or so videos, I share with you my takeaways from my current reading. Right now, that is African Dance, an artistic, historical, and philosophical inquiry, edited by Dr. Carrie-Amo Welsh. As a part of the Read 21 and 21 challenge, I'm reading 21 minutes per day, every day, as an action of self-love, as a investment into myself, and as a way of providing myself with some consistency in an ever-changing world. Hoping that you will join me along in this journey by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and dropping some comments down there in that comment section. Having in mind that while I have several decades of experience as an educator, performer, and researcher, I'm not the know-all-be-all for this book. I'm simply providing a space for dialogue. Well, this week I read pages 104 through 132, and here are my three takeaways. Takeaway number one, King Cotton. So in the essay, Dancing Under the Lash, written by Katrina Hazard Gordon, we're initially reminded of culture, and dance as an aspect of culture is informed by regional circumstances, and that during the time of enslavement, there were a lot of different things going on. But one thing that helped to create some uniformity, some homogenization, is the emergence of the cotton gin. So, with the use of the cotton gin, we see a uniformity in relation to when plantations are harvesting, their harvesting schedules, their work schedules, and even an emergence of vocabulary in reference to the cotton gin. Well, when looking at vernacular and social dances, it is not uncommon for dances to be categorized by their original inspiration or intention. So we have communal dances, we have courtship dances, we have war dances, and we have work dances. Gordon offers us this quote: with respect to dance movement imitating the work routine, mechanization would drastically change the relationship, right? We've heard this before. The way the muscles that you use when you dance are oftentimes muscles that you use in your regular day. So how does that change when we include or introduce a new type of technology, right? There's also this quote: this homogeneous touch the cultural lives of bondsmen in this case are the enslaved people, in a way that cultural historians have yet to examine. So let's look at another case. If we were to look at the rice harvest in the Casamas region amongst the Jola people, and we switch that machete technology out for another type of tool or mechanized instrument, how it would it then change the dance of concon, right? Does the introduction of that technology then allow for a focus to be shifted to somewhere else and the creation of new dances, or is a concon left out altogether? Just ideas, right, of how technology might affect the dance world. Takeaway number two is the safety valve. So I've mentioned dance as a tool for medication and for healing, but in this essay, it's noted that sometimes slaveholders use dances and holidays as what the writer calls the safety valve effect, and that allowing them to dance, release what they felt was a way to deter or prevent insurrections. Something I found out that I didn't know prior to this was that there were occasionally there were enslaved people that lived in urbanized areas that could get permission to have dances. And at these dances, there would be enslaved people from urban areas, from plantations, but also freed people. So I know that some of us might be familiar with things like Congo Square and how it was a tool of power. But in this case, we see the enslaved people also using or encouraging the tool for their intention, which takes me into takeaway number three, which is Tinkling Corn. The quote reads, Corn shucking or corn husking, a fairly common activity on a considerable number of plantations, was frequently accompanied by dances that marked an increased atmosphere and increased speed and atmosphere of competition. So there's this mind shift that acts as a space of resistance and shifting this labor intensive activity into a social activity and a folkloric practice for future generations. This reminds me of the Filipino dance tinkling, um, where the dancers are hopping in and out of two bamboo sticks and the bamboo sticks are rhythmically hitting the ground and hitting one another. It is said that this dance is inspired by the quick and light movements of the tinkling bird that weaves in and out of the grasses, evading farmers and other things that might harm it. But it also has history in the Spanish colonial 15th century time in the Philippines, where those same bamboo sticks were used to smack against the ankles of um, workers that weren't working quickly enough. So, what we see in these cases are work dances that encourage joy in the moment, but also a reminder of the thing that happened in the past, right? So that we don't forget the past. The opposite of forgetting is remembering. So I hope that you remember to like, subscribe, comment. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. Spread a good word, and I'll see you next week.